come on, you can do better than that. Okay, this is Rosco. He's a clientele dog of mine. He came to me about 2 months ago for waterfowl training. He's about a year old. Table work is really important. We have a small table at home, like the walker is pictured on the table there. It's actually the exact same table. The point of getting up and off of the table is not about getting on the table and getting off the table. It's about me telling them what to do. I also get them at this level so I can touch on them. I can work with them. I don't have to bend down. Bending down is a sign of weakness, okay? You want to remain strong. Remain composed when you work with your dog. If you're getting frustrated, okay, put the dog away, try again later, okay? Your dog reads off your energy, okay? This guy came, he had so much energy, okay, and, you know, he had a lot of energy and very little focus, okay? He couldn't do this when he first came. He just couldn't. And what I did was I showed him by first starting was the table. When your dog comes to me, we spend the first week doing table work. Getting him on the table, putting my hand in his mouth. He doesn't fight it, can you see that? Getting them to handle, I'll touch his feet. Just hangs out, okay? When I stand on the table, my buddy. When I'm touching on him, he's completely calm. Sit. Okay? And this is all the dog, we like this dog to have, okay? That we can touch on, the kids can touch on, you know. You have to remember that they are puppy. Trust me, he has his hyper moments. Kept me up late last night, I was a little irritated, you know, because he wants to play and do everything else after being locked in a kennel all day. But that's really important stuff. And to make your own table at home is super easy. You know, even just buying a table at the store. Just having something to get them up on, work them. Not hard to do. Little stuff mean the most. Work your way from the ground up, okay? Don't think that you're going to get a world-class dog by doing all these things at first. Doing the boring stuff first, which I've been talking about and you've been falling asleep to, more important than the fun stuff, because that's what gets you to this point. Okay, this is what gets you to where I can tell him, sit, fetch. Okay? It gets him to the point where he can accept this in his mouth. Fetch. Okay? That gets him to the point where he's comfortable, you know, taking orders from me. Okay? To get to that point, what? Accepting the situation, okay? A lot of dogs that come to me can't accept that they're on the chain or can't accept that they're in a crate. I got dropped off a 10-week-old puppy. She don't like being in the crate. I mean, she absolutely hates it. I mean, completely braces up when it's time to go in it. I was going to bring her this weekend. I left her home so she could be in the crate. It's too bad, so sad. She needs to learn to accept, okay? You put her outside in an outside kennel just for the day or, you know, whatever to run around. She hates it. She sits there and barks at the door. That young of a dog cannot accept the situation. You're doing something wrong. You're spoiling the dog too much, or something's not going right. So paying attention to that is really important. Accepting your touch. Accepting that I'm going to touch every part of his body without freaking out, you know, is really important. And you start from the back, and then you work your way to the legs. Okay? Your dog starts to kind of brace up, especially if you get a rescue dog or something like that. Or, you know, start a dog, they're just starting to get used to you. Just working slowly and read the dog. If you feel their muscles starting to tense up, start back up here. And just work your way down. It sounds like hippie stuff, but I promise you it works. Success in steps, okay? Set your dog up for success every time, okay? I'm not going to tell him to fetch, and then, you know, there's not going to be anything there. Fetch, okay? There has to be something there. When I want him to go out for a bird that I shot, it has to be there, okay? When you start them out, the older they get, the more experience they get, you know, it's not a big deal because obviously they know with all their heart they're going to definitely try to get whatever it is that you want. Hold. Okay, Okay, accepting that I put something bigger in his mouth and he has to hang on to it is a big deal. Controversy over the e-collar. Okay? E-collar is not a training tool, it is a finishing tool. Unless you're talking about a bark collar, then obviously that kind of helps the dog not to bark. Okay, so I'm going to put this e-collar on him. This was not used to train him. Okay, this was used for a finishing tool. A e-collar applies stimulation. Okay, same thing as this. Everybody knows it's a shock collar, but if you look at it as a shock collar, you're not going to see the real value. Okay, what time is it? Does anybody know?
I've got about 10 after.
Okay, we're almost done. I don't have very much left, but so me applying stimulation. Okay, a choker chain when you tighten it up, that's stimulation. Same thing with an e-collar. You teach the dog on the rope before you go to the e-collar, because if you teach them really well on this, going to the e-collar is going to be easy. Okay. For instance, his formal retrieve. Okay, continuous stimulation on his toe got him to grab this. Okay, that's how we taught him. When I pulled the string on his toe, okay, put a little pressure on the toe, he's supposed to grab this. Sit. Okay, I say give, and he spits it out. Now, if I want to just do it without the word, I e-collar condition him, so it comes to a point where he won't pick something up at a distance. I can apply some stimulation to say, hey, you have to do this. It helps when you're working at a distance. It helps for your pointing dogs to get them to hold their point. It's not a disciplinary thing. I don't strongly encourage using it as a discipline tool. So if I want him to grab this through continuous stimulation, okay, I applied it, I let it off. I didn't have to say anything to him, okay? See the green light? Can people see that? I'll do it one more time. Okay. This is at a low level 1. I can't even feel it. If I put it up to my neck, I can't feel it, okay? But they can. They're very sensitive to those things. So watch for the green light. Okay, he goes and he grabs it. That's e-collar conditioning. I've already created the response, fetch. Okay, I just tuned it up with this. Which, by the way, that takes about 2 to 3 months to do. There's a lot more to it, but that idea, if you've ever heard of a formal retrieve,